How long does the average American poop? Do we have a national phone addiction, or do we just need something to do while we pop a squat? Do we really need a show with a guy on a toilet talking to you while you're also on a toilet? Well, we did our research, and by the time you're ready to wipe, we'll get to the bottom of this and more on the Number 2 Show. I'm your host, Rafe Williams, and yes, we're coming to you straight from a bathroom stall. Not exactly the Tonight Show desk, is it? But you know what? A lot of the best conversations and deepest thoughts I've ever had have happened on a toilet, so that's exactly where I wanted my talk show to take place. And believe me, we went through many iterations of what we should call a show tailor-made for folks wrestling out a growler. Stall tactics, the daily deuce, the throne room, shit break, captain's log, flushing it out, talking crap, talking out your ass, sending a fax, cutting rope, chopping logs, the movement, fart boy, pop a squat, courtesy flush, log cabin, torpedo wars, busting a grumpy, so on and so forth, et al., etc. That's 12,897 options explored, and after extensive market research with a focus group of 2 dudes, we settled on the Number 2 Show. And here's why we think this is the show America needs. The average American poops once a day for 12 minutes. That's 4,380 minutes or 73 hours per year. The average life expectancy is 79 years old. Multiply 73 by 79 to get 5,767 hours, and then convert that number to days. You get around 240 days. What are we doing with all that time? Huh? What are you doing? Well, according to a new survey, about 75% of Americans admitted to using their mobile phones while in the bathroom, and the other 25% are pathological liars. In the last year alone, 1.8 million people have dropped their mobile phone down the toilet, which explains where Cricket Wireless is getting most of their cellular phones, but we'll take down Big Cell another day. Welcome to the evolution of phone use on the toilet in America. Today, we'll take a journey through time to explore how phone usage has transformed over the years, especially in one of the most unexpected places, the shitter. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the fascinating history of phone use on the toilet in America. It's America's toilet, it's America's dues. We're all pooping for America. It's America's toilet, it's America's chest, 'cause we're all pooping for America, yeah. That's a hit. I know a hit. I'm a hit maker. Believe it or not, there was a time when toilet entertainment was relegated to whatever was at arm's length. I'm pretty sure this is where bathroom graffiti came from, okay? We were so goddamn bored, we just had to write something on the wall so we'd have something to read. I didn't actually know if Jeremy sucked giant King Kong donkey dong, okay? I wasn't able to Google it, but it was still a fun read. This cold porcelain hellscape of the early 90s often meant you were a scholarly shampoo bottle ingredient reader deciphering the mysteries of sodium lauryl sulfate, dimethicone, and yellow number 10 while perched on the throne. Nowadays, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who has a goddamn clue what's in a bottle of Pert Plus. Ain't that a shame? Remember the bad old days when your bathroom reading options were limited to that 2-month-old Reader's Digest, crossword puzzles, or if you were extremely lucky and had a childhood friend with a newly divorced dad, you may have hit the jackpot and found a Playboy filled with what he considered tasteful news, but what your mother considered an airtight case to never let you sleep at Josh Duggan's house again. R.I.P. Josh. I miss you, buddy. Maybe we could have been friends. Times have changed, and so has our bathroom literature. Say goodbye to Uncle John's bathroom reader and say hello to the era of smartphones. In the early days of telephones, communication was limited to landlines, which were usually found in the living rooms or hallways of American households. Teenage users would slink away as far as they could for privacy, stretching the coils of the cord so tight that they began to look like a zip line that went straight into teenage angst. The idea of using the phone while on the toilet was practically unheard of, and it was considered impolite and private. Every once in a while, you would run across a rotary phone in someone's shitter and assume that meant that your friend's dad worked at the Pentagon or something. The late 20th century brought about a technological revolution with the advent of mobile phones, and suddenly people could take their phones with them wherever they went, including the bathroom. Now the restroom isn't just a restroom, it's your office, your library, your gaming arcade, your private screening room, and let's be honest, where a lot of ourselves rediscover ourselves, sexually speaking. However, using a mobile phone on the toilet was still viewed with mixed opinions. Some saw it as convenient, while others considered it improper etiquette. The journey of phone use on the toilet has been a fascinating one. Remember those early mobile phones? Those bulky gadgets were more like handheld bricks. They kind of looked like a turd that belonged in the toilet more than one you'd want to put up next to your head. They certainly didn't accompany us to the bathroom, but as phones slimmed down, they started sneaking into our private spaces. The 21st century saw the rise of smartphones, revolutionizing the way we interact with technology. Smartphones became an essential part of our daily lives, and naturally, people began using them in almost every situation, including the restroom. With the arrival of smartphones, our bathrooms have turned into entertainment hubs. Today, the majority of Americans admit to using their phones on the toilet. We're scrolling and swiping and typing away in a place once reserved for peace and quiet. The increased usage of phones on the toilet sparked debates about proper etiquette. Some argued that it was an invasion of privacy, while others defended it as a personal choice. Social media platforms were filled with discussions and humorous memes about the topic. As phone use on the toilet became more prevalent, manufacturers started designing waterproof and water-resistant phones, making it easier for people to use their devices and the toilet without fear of damage. These advancements further normalized the practice, although I still have a fever dream once a week where my ex-high school girlfriend pushes me in a pool with my cell phone in my pocket. Can anybody tell me what the hell that's all about? Apps also played a significant role in the phone on the toilet phenomenon. With various entertainment, social media, and productivity apps, people found more reasons to use their phones while in the restroom, extending the stay and contributing to the rise of toilet browsing. Well, I, for one, remember when toilet browsing was something you had to pay double for in Amsterdam. Some of you guys in the Navy know what I'm talking about. Got an important email to send? Need to crush some candy or snipe some noobs on a Call of Duty level? Want to catch up on the latest episode of the new Netflix show everybody's talking about? The bathroom's got you covered. The rise in phone use on the toilet raised concerns in public restrooms where the lack of privacy became a pressing issue. We've all been next to the guy in the stall beside us who's watching Pornhub at full volume without any shame, and quite frankly, I stick around. Some establishments even considered implementing phone usage policies to ensure respectful restroom environment, because nothing makes you feel respected at a Texas roadhouse where they throw peanut shells on the floor and make you ride a saddle and a sombrero while they sing you happy birthday, like making sure you can't take your cell phone in the bathroom. Am I right? Health experts also weighed in on the matter, highlighting potential hygiene concerns and the psychological impact of excessive phone use. Some studies suggested that prolonged toilet phone use might lead to physical discomfort and posture-related issues. Well, newsflash, every time I go to the bathroom, I have physical discomfort. That's called being 40. Just a word of caution, while we're busy tweeting and texting, remember that our phones can carry 10 times more bacteria than a toilet seat, which is 5 times less bacteria than your mom. Gotcha. So next time you're catching up on your emails or beating your old high score or beating your meat, remember to give that phone a good wipe down. As we conclude our journey through time, it's evident that the use of phones on the toilet has become a significant aspect of modern life in America. Whether you view it as a convenience or an invasion of privacy, one thing remains clear: technology's influence continues to shape our behaviors and habits, even in the most unexpected places. Well, now we know more about the evolution of phone use on the toilet in America. Until next time, remember to use your phone responsibly and consider the impact it might have on yourself and those around you. That's a wrap on our first ever episode of the Number 2 Show. Here's to many more conversations, laughs, and bathroom deep dives. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And yes, make sure to wash your hands before you hit that like button, you nasty ass. Catch you on the flip side. Don't forget the courtesy flush. Thanks for watching the Number 2 Show.